What are all these rift hounds doing here? Huh. Looks like they're collecting something. Let's go check it out. So, this is what they were collecting. Yeah. What is going on here?
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will and a dark curse. Together, these remnants form what you call god remains, and it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left, but they're fading fast. What are you doing?
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were, real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange setup. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone... Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the... Now, can we please...
Okay. Where were we? Right! The god remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that... In our experience, god remains are 100% bad news. A lot of terrible things have happened because of them.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing, and it doesn't just disappear for no reason. The remains aren't just gone. They were taken. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and the remains cannot, so it went unnoticed. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god remains buried in the desert went missing. Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
Wait, you mean... the stars?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new... Yet now, stars are... Something has been leeching power from this world like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remains. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, no one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost will not be easy. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things, and yours could easily be crushed if you go up against it.
So you're gonna help us, right?
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true identity.
Well, great! You seem super strong, and you know a lot about the Abyss, so...
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the primordial sea. So cold. Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. What she does deserve is a super embarrassing nickname. Ah, Paimon's got it. Frosty the Lavender Melon. Serves that ice queen right. Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul. Whoa! This place is way bigger than Paimon expected. Where are we?
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. And that—
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning... So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should...
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here now. We just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full... Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaotic and abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you... Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister. And that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second. A little abyss crystal that can...
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and feel. Since you haven't studied the art with dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep...
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation to play it safe.
Wait, you're gonna teach her some of your martial arts? Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciple. You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skill. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly keep up with her. So, special last time something like this, Skirk seems pretty
Ready?
Bring it on!
Your training will be split into 3 stages. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basics. During your long journey, you've no...
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching... Oh, and Kazuha, Ayaka... Yeah, we've met sword masters like you. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right?
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not... To use the human body as an analogy, your style is improving your sword fighting is like you need to do some introspection. Only then will you...
Wait, is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach her some cool new moves.
One day, you'll reach a new level. There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your... That's all I have to say. Time to make a start.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until you're...
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Rain Cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Huh. Looks like you've made some real progress. That concludes your training session.
you could do it.
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Yeah, meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so focused, she didn't want to interrupt you.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream.